Om Shanti, and a very good morning from Aberdeen Hindu Temple in Stonywood, Aberdeen. Today is the 25th of June, and today it's the celebration of International Yoga Day of the temple with the Grampian wheel of yoga and the Brahma Kumaris. So a very good event and good wishes for it. This is the time when we have to come closer to other communities and we have to interact with others, because in community there is safety, in community there is happiness, and in community we actually experience value and meaning in our life. When we can do things for other people, that time we can develop and we can learn in interacting with others, because a diamond can only be sharpened and only be cut into a beautiful form by another diamond. And so when living a spiritual life, when having a spiritual awareness, the idea is to interact with others, be within the world, and yet have the experience of the purest and highest and most divine form that we carry all inside ourselves. Because human beings have the ability and the propensity to do good. They have the ability to shape the world, and we are second by second shaping the world. But in what way are we shaping it? And is the way that the world is currently being shaped actually the way it should be? If we look into the news today, the 25th of June, the world is in turmoil. Wherever we look, there are wars. There's also a lot of ego, and that ego thinking that I can do better, I can go beyond what is established, I can go beyond and be an innovator and be safe. But history is showing us that that is not the case at all times. And so when we live our life, we have to build our foundation of our life on a stable foundation. The foundation has to be stable, it has to be good, it has to be maintain whatever we need to create, and that what we create will stay there for good time and will bring benefit to the self, but then to others. Same applies when we build families. If the building of this family is based on love, is based on respect, is based on care and nurture, then that family will thrive and will create more families where these same principles apply. And so let me be a generator of goodness, a generator of benevolence, of mercy. Let me not contribute to the fragmentation that is happening in the world of today, where egos, where greed, where attachment, where lust, where all these negative energies actually are causing hurt and pain in the people that are affected. People, this is just this week is the refugee week, where people are displaced from their countries not on their will, but because it is no longer safe being in their country, and where they have to come to other countries, and where those who are living in those countries have the moral, the ethical duty to welcome those who have been displaced and have experienced difficulty in their life. As I give out, that is what I will receive. And this is a karmic principle that whatever my actions are, let my actions be of the highest form. Let my actions be benevolent. Let my actions bring happiness. And if I myself create a foundation inside myself that is so strong, that is based on positive values, on values that will create growth and will create happiness in the world where I am, then that is what I will experience. And that is what those who are close to me will also experience. And so we need to go back onto the original core of the self. And from that, express that what we want to express, that what we want to see in the world around us. And so when I go back into that awareness, the awareness of the self, I go back into my spiritual understanding of who I am. I'm my name, I have a name, I have a gender, I have an age, I have a body which expresses that. And this is my limited, my temporary suit that I have. But however, I have an unlimited part in myself, an eternal part of myself, which is spiritual and will be with me over different births, in different situations, in different cultures, in different locations on this world. At present, I'm in this location, in this culture, in this body. But whenever I take rebirth according to karma, I will be in different locations or still the same location where I'm here. But that will depend on what sort of lessons I have to learn or I have learned. So, first of all, let me go inside and let me understand what it is that I have to improve in myself, what it is, what sort of values and qualities I have to express and I have to share with others so that my presence gives happiness, my presence gives peace, my presence gives safety to those around me. It is all too easy to be reactive, and that is what this world is at present. And so we need to move away from that into a space of peace, serenity, a place of friendship, of community, of sharing, and then create that what we want to see. And so I would invite you to really become aware of I, the soul, the being of light, the soul that is located in the center of the forehead, the soul that is the eternal essence or consciousness of myself, the soul that is my energy that I share with the world. The soul is that living being that gives life to this body, that gives directions and guidance to this body. And therefore, I, the soul, I'm the master. I, the soul, am the engine that moves this body and interacts with this body, with the world out there. And so when I allow myself to become silent, when I allow myself to become peaceful, I go into that space that is inside, a space that is loving, a space that is peaceful, a space where there is benevolence. And in that space, I create light. I become light. I create power, and that power is expressed in a natural way without even having to try to do it. When I take my day-to-day activities, when I interact with people, the qualities of the soul are those of peace. And so peace is the energy that I then give out to the world. The quality of love. And love is love on all different levels. Love on a spiritual level, on a philosophical level, on an emotional level. Love that expresses other qualities such as care, nurture, concern about others, giving them whatever they need. Yeah, so peace, love, wisdom. The soul has innate wisdom. And that wisdom, if you have paid attention, sometimes you can see it in children when they come up with this very deep wisdom, and yet that soul has not had life experience in that body. And wisdom means that I can separate that what is right from what is wrong. I respect, I value, I uplift, I support, I create with wisdom, with peace, with love. Purity is another value or quality of the soul. It means strength, it means power. It means that it is not affected by anything around, nothing else has been merged into it, but it is pure in its original form, which means that whatever the soul gives out it's true, it is based on the natural energy that it wants to share. It is pure, not affected by anything. What would a glass of milk be if there was a drop of poison in it? Yeah, it is no longer a glass of milk, but it is poison. So the soul that is just pure and doesn't have anything mixed into it. So no ulterior motives, nothing, but just the pure, the true, the unchanged presence and ability to interact with others. And then bliss or happiness. Because when I have all those four that come before, when I have peace, love, wisdom, purity, then happiness is automatic. And happiness that is natural and easy and is not dependent on anything around me. And this is then the experience, the contentedness that one experiences when in that stage of being in the awareness of the soul. So let us try this now. I want you to sit in a very peaceful way, somewhere where you can be on your own, maybe have 10-15 minutes of just quiet contemplation or meditation. Meditation means to heal the mind. So it's that activity that will help the healing of the mind. So take a nice deep breath and just concentrate on it. Breathe in, then slowly breathe out. Pause. Breathe in again. Pause. And then breathe out. And as you do so, relax your whole body from your feet, the toes, the feet, the ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your pelvis, your stomach. Just leave them relaxed without you, within you. Your chest, your lungs expanding slowly to its full capacity, then pause and then breathe out in the same way and then pause. Your shoulders are relaxed, your hands on your lap, your face relaxed with all 27 muscles in a relaxed, balanced position. And now draw your attention to the center of your forehead, in between your eyebrows, at the root of your nose, which is the seat or the throne of the soul. And experience there to be a light shining into the world as if you were a lighthouse. And that light, as it goes out into the world, it goes out through a prism and has all different colors, the colors of the rainbow. Meaning the different qualities in balance and its full vibrant color. You become a creator, you become the one who emits whatever is going on inside yourself. So the effort to give the highest and most divine energy and light into the world, you become very peaceful. That is very still inside. In that stillness, you connect with your soul. The soul becomes to full expression. The body is relaxed. You disconnect with the body and become the detached observer. See any parts in the world that need peace at the moment. Don't take parts of any of the opposite fractions that may be at war, but share peace, share goodness with all of them involved. With love, wash away their wounds, their spiritual, their physical wounds, and allow them to feel cared for, protected, and loved. Allow the light of the divine to shine through you and bring them hope, bring them safety and courage. Let there be goodness prevailing. Let there be humanity. Let there be celebration of our highest values and qualities. Let there be friendship. Let there be the forming of a community where everybody looks after each other whilst looking after the self. sharing, being kind, and uplifting. Let there be wisdom in my mind, and in that wisdom, not to fall into the trap of segregating, of fragmenting, of ego, of dislike, but see everyone as a soul and a child of the Supreme, as a valuable living being that needs to be nurtured and has a right to be here no matter what anybody else might say. Just as I have a right to breathe this air, to stand on this earth, to see the light of the sun, to hear the birds singing, to see the morning sky, and to feel the freshness of the dew. In the same way, others have the same right. And so, with wisdom, I interact with others, knowing when to say and when not to say. In my own purity, there is strength, there is power. Purity means to have pure thoughts. Pure thoughts means thoughts not affected by anything outside, any external influence, but just what it is and how it is. But making sure that I choose those pure thoughts that will bring happiness, that will not cause fear or worry, but just be a conduit for happiness, for clarity, for upliftment in the world. And then the value, the quality of happiness. Happiness that stays over a long time, it's continuous, comes from within. It is not dependent on receiving a nice gift or a nice word, being uplifted by others. But happiness stays even in times of darkness, where my self-respect is such that it is not tainted by the difficulties that are coming in front of me. Knowing that at this time, this is what is likely to come in front of me because of the world in which we are living. And yet, it will not affect my self-respect. My self-respect will grow into such a situation, such a world. It will bring happiness. It will allow others to choose to have respect of the self and respect of others themselves. And communion. Community is necessary. And in community, we can share these values, these qualities, and bring happiness wherever we go. Because our life should be one that brings happiness no matter where we go, what we do, who we are, and who we meet. Let me change the value and the currency that there is in the world around me. If there is animosity, if there is hatred, if there's anger, let me change that and give peace, give love, give peace to anger, love in animosity and wisdom. And let me transform and change that energy. Let me walk high. Let me walk gently. And let me have my soul ignited and connected with the Supreme at all times. And whenever I see anybody, let the language of love start. Let the language of peace and good wishes come from myself. And let that transform the world around me. Let whatever I have learned to be a guide for those who are to come after me, because together we're going to create a beautiful world, a world of happiness, a world where we come together as partners and co-creators of this world. The Brahma Kumaris, we present the notion of ecosynthesis. Ecosynthesis means that the world needs, for its creation, it needs all the different aspects of the physical world: clean air, clean water, a good earth. But combined with that, we also need a consciousness that will co-create in this world and allow this world to be stable, to be strong, and to be of benefit to all of us. So let's be co-creators, not co-destroyers. And as co-creators, we help in the creation of the world that will allow life, and that life will be beneficial, it will be easy, it will be light. So I invite you to become Om Shanti. Om means I am, my essence, my nature is. And Shanti means peace. So let me start this day really wanting to bring peace to the world. And for this, let me connect with my soul. Let me become absolutely peaceful. Let me become Om Shanti. And let me share this energy with the world. I become peaceful, and in being peaceful, I'm light. I'm happy. I create positive relationships. I bring happiness, safety, nurture, success, and a positive future for all of us. By unifying, by creating community, by expressing the values of the soul in an overt way. Om Shanti. Have a very good day. Om Shanti.